So today is cleaning day, and I've shown my pen set up a couple times. Right now we're in breeding season mode. I use dog carriers. I split them in half, and I give them hay so that they can lay their eggs. I use gravity feeders with a little food catch underneath them. Interestingly enough, we were having sparrows get in here, and they were filling each one of those tubs pretty much every 3 to 4 days. So I was having a lot of waste. I thought it was the geese. We've added hardwire in a couple of gaps that we had. There was chicken wire there, but the sparrows could get through the chicken wire. And now my waste is almost nothing. I mean, that's 2 weeks. And you can see there's not a lot down in there, and that could even be from me overfilling the feeder or pouring weird when I filled it. So this is what I do have. Sand in my pen. We switched over last year. I did consult my vet to make sure that it was okay, because I was concerned about respiratory illnesses and mites, bugs, things like that. So she said that geese, generally speaking, don't normally get mites, and if they do, it's only on their oil gland and how to treat it. I've not seen any issues. And then the sand, because we are in Phoenix, it does keep the ground cooler and it's softer for them. So we actually come in here and use a cultivator, or we'll bring in the tiller and we'll turn all of the sand to make it soft. And then I maintain it throughout the week with a rake to kind of make sure it fluffs up. But so this is my before. So this area has not been cleaned. I use a sand rake, so you can see I just sifted out. So this is what's left of the bucket I just did. And then we go from there. And so this is the after. So I still have a little pile right here to do, but it nicely fills out the whole area again. It makes the geese happy. So today we're going to try to add where my water buckets hang. We're going to try to put a bucket underneath that, or a bin to catch the water, because it's just not drying out here in Arizona when it's wet. So you can see they dig like this little cavity and it's wet all day, and I just want to make sure that doesn't become something bad for them. So we're going to try to catch it and see how it goes. But that is my maintenance. Once I do all this, I'm going to add in my first Saturday lime, give it a sprinkle. And that takes care of my odor, some bug issues, just a little treatment to keep them safe, and it is pet friendly. So that's my fun today. All right, so I just finished cleaning the pen, and I'm gonna give a couple of pen updates. So this has now all been cleaned. I did my first Saturday lime. I'm a little off schedule. This is the new thing that we've been trying out. Is last year we started hanging the water buckets so that they couldn't climb their way into it, and especially this time of year, that's particularly bad. But during the winter months, we find that the sand, they play in the water, the sand gets wet, and then it doesn't dry out well enough, and I don't want it getting funky. So we added these buckets about a week ago. They're working really well. We're getting very little splash outside of the zone. The bucket is catching the water, and then we just have to rinse it out. And because, again, the buckets are hung, the males can't really climb into it. Normally, almost all of my buckets look like this. So I have the bigger ones with a piece of PVC and the smaller ones with a piece of PVC as well. My friend Judy said that she has had friends that have males that have climbed up and fallen in and trapped themselves into the bucket. So we use the PVC just as an easy way to make sure that they can't fall in. And sure enough, the day after she told me about her experience, I have a friend that lost her gander. And then as I was filling water buckets, Milo decided to try to climb in one and almost fell in. Luckily, I was standing there, so I just kind of knocked him out of it. These are the same size as the smaller buckets that I have out there. And again, because they're flat backed and they're hung up about 6 inches, the boys just can't get their feet up to climb in. So I'm less concerned about this, but at some point, if I need to put PVC across these, I will. I just haven't seen any behavior that supports it. But so we've added the nesting boxes for the girls with the hay. Every pen has one. Generally speaking, you don't want to let your girls share nests. I basically have 1 male to 2 females in all of my pens. But I collect eggs every day. So in that case, I allow them to share. With my all-girl non-breeding pen, I did give them 2 nests, and I have the capability of giving more. But again, they do generally just send to share the 1 box. So, and if you're collecting eggs, then there's nothing for them to fight over. So that's our new setup. Clean pens, no more wet sand, nesting boxes, and food I've covered. For Saturday Lime I've covered. So if you have any other questions about these updates, let us know.